The results are tough. They are very tough. And there is no sugarcoating this. We have lost brilliant Labour representatives across the country. These are people who put so much into their communities, so much into our party and our movement. And that hurts. And it should hurt. And I take responsibility.
In one night, Labour lost 1,500 seats, 40 councils gone. And right now, inside the party, a war is brewing, not against the Conservatives, not against reform, against their own Prime Minister. On Friday morning, Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson went on Sky News and said something that most politicians would never admit out loud. I felt absolutely sick to the bottom of my stomach. No spin, no deflection, just the raw truth of a party that knows it got hammered. But here's where it gets interesting. Even after admitting all of that, she said removing Keir Starmer would be completely wrong. So what actually happened on Thursday? Labour didn't just lose a few seats here and there. They lost control of roughly 40 councils and 1,500 seats in a single local election cycle. Phillipson herself admitted the party had been too gloomy and that withdrawing the winter fuel allowance was a mistake, a direct admission that one of their biggest early decisions backfired with voters. People who voted Labour in 2024, full of hope, expecting change, feel, in Phillipson's own words, bitterly let down. Now here's where it gets complicated inside Westminster. A Labour backbencher named Catherine West, a former minister, has said she will start collecting the 80 signatures needed to trigger a formal leadership challenge. She's doing that from Monday. West isn't widely seen as a serious candidate herself, but that's almost beside the point, because once a contest is triggered, the bigger names can step forward. We're talking Wes Streeting, Angela Rayner, Ed Miliband. The Guardian has reported that MPs from Labour's left wing are already expected to urge Ed Miliband to consider a leadership bid in the coming days. And Andy Burnham, the mayor of Greater Manchester, is being talked about too. But there's a catch. He's not currently in Parliament, so if a contest happens in the next few weeks, he's automatically ruled out. Around 40 Labour MPs have now openly said they think Starmer should quit, or at least name a date to go. The latest is Josh Simons, the former Cabinet Office Minister. He wrote in the Times that Starmer has lost the country and is no longer capable of rising to this moment. He called on senior figures across all factions to come together and decide the best way forward, to avoid, in his words, leadership chaos. Starmer's response? He gave an interview to The Observer saying he wants to serve for 10 years in number 10. He's also moved to refresh his government, bringing back former Prime Minister Gordon Brown as an advisor on finance and Harriet Harman as an advisor on women and girls. Whether that's bold strategy or desperate scrambling depends on who you ask. And the pressure isn't just coming from inside Parliament. Sharon Graham, leader of Unite, one of Labour's most significant financial donors, has issued a stark warning. She said Labour has no right to exist and could become extinct unless it fundamentally changes course and delivers concrete policies for working class voters who have already deserted the party. When your own donors start using the word extinct, that's not a warning, that's a countdown. So where does this leave us? Phillipson and the Starmer loyalists say this is exactly the wrong time for infighting, that what voters want is delivery, not a leadership contest. But the rebels say the longer Starmer stays, the worse the damage gets. Both sides think they're saving the party. Only one of them can be right. So I want to ask you directly, do you think a party can recover from this kind of defeat with the same leader in charge? Or does real change always require new leadership? Tell me in the comments.